What's up guys, TheMainManSWE here, and I love Tekken 7. A welcome return to form for this great fighting game series. Hats off to Bandai Namco. Great graphics, hype-inducing cinematic effects, fantastic PC port, introducing the concept of rage arts, rage drives, and an amazing selection of guest characters. Tekken 7 is a commercial success with over 2 million copies sold and overwhelmingly positive reviews. So naturally, we will most likely see a Tekken 8. As if the end of story mode didn't make that clear enough with its cliffhanger ending. Tekken 7 is almost a perfect Tekken game in my opinion, but a few things were missing. Here is my top 10 things I want to see in Tekken 8. Number 10. Expanded customization mode. Customization mode in Tekken 7 is pretty darn good. Compared to options found in comparable fighting games, it's extremely well rounded. And best of all, it's free, no additional fees. It's easy for Tekken veterans though to look back to Tekken 6 and compare. Tekken 6 did this very well, at least twice as many items, and characters have plenty of personal items tailor-made for them. In Tekken 7, the personal items are often well made, but they are too few, and instead we get 1,000 generic t-shirts and items shared by the entire cast. Number 9. Stage diversity. The stages in Tekken 7 are great, but did we need 2 lava stages and 2 editions of a G-Corp rooftop? I might be in the minority here, but man oh man do I miss the stages of Tekken 4. In that game it actually felt like you were in real-world locations. There were hallways, roofs, stairs, slopes, objects, pillars, crowded spaces, and much more. This gave the game a higher degree, a higher sense of realism, and made stage strategy that much more diverse. Number 8. Character stages. Remember when characters had stages? We fought Kazuya in a dark, ominous location, somewhere in the Mishima Zaibatsu building. And King the First we fought in a church. Why? Well, because he was a priest. These stages gave personality and life to these characters. Would it really be a terrible thing to try this concept again? Number 7. Team Battle. Remember booting up Tekken 7 for the first time and looking for Team Battle to no avail? Thinking it must be hidden somewhere or unlockable? Removing Team Battle just doesn't make any sense to me considering how easy it must be to include and how much fun it has given us fans. You and your opponent select a team of characters and eliminate them one by one. Only 1 round per character. Character health didn't reset, so you wanted to win by taking as little damage as possible. Choosing all random characters always induced laughs when you would get a character unfamiliar to you, and hype when one of your main characters would appear. Number 6. Replay feature. In Tekken 6 and Tag 2 we could save replays of our fights to look at and analyze after the fight. Or just save an awesome fight we wanted to relive again and again. For some reason this feature did not make it back for Tekken 7. Puzzling and regrettable. Here's hoping this will be back in Tekken 8. Number 5. Easier to move. Tekken is a very inaccessible game to beginners. With thousands of attacks, 3 dimensions, massive damage, and fast pacing, it can be difficult for people to get into it. But why is something as natural as moving around so needlessly difficult? Forward motion is not hard to muster, but something as vital as backing away requires a PhD in finger dexterity. If you want to retreat quickly from your opponent in Tekken, you input the most obnoxious and technical input that takes most people literally months, if not years, to master. Shouldn't it be about strategy rather than technicality? In Street Fighter V, moving is very intuitive. Jump to back away or link backdashes together by tapping back repeatedly. In my opinion, it's about time backdash cancelling was done the same way in Tekken, by double tapping back repeatedly. If more people had access to this mechanic, more people would see the true depth of this very cleverly put together game. Number 4. Online mode issues. Where is the ranked points indicator telling me how close I am to rank up or rank down? Rage quitting and plugging remains very frequent and abused. This is due to lack of proper punishment. In Street Fighter V, rage quitters are banned for 24 hours. Maybe something similar should make its way into Tekken 8. Number 3. Character designs. The new default costumes in Tekken 7 were a hit with me. Great stuff, and finally, to say the least. But every male character looking like a wrestler really rubs me the wrong way. In Tekken 4, Law is thin and ripped, looking like Bruce Lee, the obvious inspiration for the character. This tells us just by looking at him that Law favors speed and agility over strength. Contrast this to Marduk, who's the complete opposite. These opposites and differences give the character's personality and a dynamic contrast. Seeing a thin, small man fight a behemoth of a man is dramatic and colorful. In Tekken 7, Law is a mountain of muscle, and so is every single other male fighter. Contrast and diversity gone. It looks like Dragon Ball Z. Number 2. Character themes remixed. Capcom have been very good when it comes to nostalgia and honoring its past. The music of Street Fighter 2 is nothing short of breathtaking. Who hasn't heard Guile's theme and seen the thousands of remixes available on the net? This is due to Capcom remixing and featuring these songs in various games throughout the series. Tekken has got some amazing tunes of its own. The various character themes helped create a feeling for the characters. I get goosebumps every time I hear the church bells ring in King's Church as he's dishing out punishment. This personal connection is lacking in the later games. Number 1. A defensive mode. A tutorial mode where we can select any character of a cast and see a rough breakdown of their strengths and weaknesses. There should also be a brief explanation of how you can approach the character, both as someone playing it and someone defending against it. Through this mode, we should be able to go into the character's move list and see one defensive option per move to give new players an idea of what defense can look like in general. Far too many people are unaware of the depth of this masterful game. With a mode like this, people would see more clearly what the game has to offer in the strategy department. And that was my list of top 10 things I would like to see in Tekken 8. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.